9. Students' debt scramble. The student debt relief application is now open. We have the details.
Plus, parking headaches. A student sounds off on the parking citation problems here on campus.
And a canceled debate. We tell you about the gubernatorial debate cancellation. Thank you for joining us on Studio G. My name is Christopher Clark.
And I'm Hector Solomon. We've got a lot to get to today. Let's get right to it. Online applications to cancel federal student debt are now available. The form was released yesterday morning and is available in both English and Spanish on the mobile and desktop devices. Applicants do not have to upload any documents, but the form does require people's date of birth, social security numbers, and contact info. Applications will be open through December 31st, 2023. Borrowers are encouraged to submit before November 15th to adjust student loan payments in January. The form, along with more information, can be found at studentaid.gov. Developing this morning, former Clark County Administrator Robert Tellis, he appeared in court this morning to request release or bail. So Tellis, he's in the custody in connection to the murder of investigative reporter Jeff Gehrman in September. Public defenders filed a motion to release Tellis or set his bail at $100,000. According to reports, Tellis was denied bail in the hearing this morning and will remain in custody. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police shared more information about the shooting that killed Officer Trong Tai on October 13th. It was a total of 32 seconds from the time Tai parked his car, and approached Tyson Hampton, his vehicle, until shots were fired. Tai was fatally hit on his side, which penetrated his bulletproof vest. These are words from Officer Greg Hilton, a former partner of Tai, at his emotional vigil service, Saturday night.
Tai was one of the most impressive and amazing men I have ever known. He was a very private person with his personal life, and very rarely did he talk about himself.
If you would like to donate to Officer Tai's family, you can visit IP of NV on Instagram for more information. And a woman was announced dead after drowning over the weekend at Lake Mojave. A 39-year-old woman went missing around 7 p.m. on Saturday, but wasn't found until Sunday afternoon. According to the news release, she was not wearing a life vest. The Lake Mead National Recreational Area warns everyone to wear Coast Guard approved life jackets while on the lake. And could smokeless casinos be in Las Vegas's future? That is the hope for a group called CEASE, short for Casino Employees Against Smoking Effects. The East Coast-based organization recently visited Las Vegas in an attempt to gather more support. As it stands, the Park MGM is the only smoke-free property on the Las Vegas Strip. And from casinos to on-campus events, UNLV was going to hope to be the venue for the gubernatorial race. However, it was canceled. Reporter Barry Sabine tells us why.
I'm standing outside the Judy Bailey Theater where there was supposed to be a gubernatorial debate, but unfortunately that debate was not able to happen. So we caught up with Dr. Jake Thompson to speak on the importance of these debates.
Candidates need to participate in debates, and viewers and the American public deserve to hear candidates speak in debates, because debates are one of the only times that we get an unfiltered view of candidates, and the only time we get to see them side by side and making kind of comparative statements in which we can essentially have an interview, like a job interview between two candidates.
If candidates decide not to participate in debates, that leaves the American people hosting a job fair without any candidates.
You have 5-7% of voters who might be undecided. Those are the voters who are really hurt by the lack of a debate. But the penalty for not participating is almost zero. So you really do have to build a penalty into a system, which is like 3-hour-long statewide television commercial for your opponent if you don't play the game.
Reporting outside the Judy Bailey Theater, for Studio G, I'm Barry Sabine.
As of now, there is not a plan to reschedule the debate. However, early voting is set to open this Saturday and will run until November 4th. So the debates for the Senate and Nevada governor's races we had hoped to host this week were canceled. This is a statement. And then after neither Joe Lombardo nor Adam Laxalt agreed to participate, we want to thank UNLV, Univision, and KTVN in Reno for their willingness to be a part of it. And now let's hear from Jade for weather. What do you have for us, Jade?
Thanks, Chris. Well, there is no debate that the weather is beautiful today. Today we have a high of 84 degrees with light winds. And across the valley, we have temperatures just scraping the 70s, which is a low compared to last week. And is fall weather finally here to stay? Stay with us for your 7-day and more. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Jade. And if you've been on the Strip recently, you might have noticed the letters of the Bally's Casino have been removed. Nearly 70 years later, the Horseshoe Casino returns to the Strip, replacing the Bally's Casino. It will follow the original Horseshoe style and brand, including new entertainment, food, and a redesigned casino floor. An all-ages video arcade will also replace the casino sportsbook area. This arcade is expected to open this fall, along with the completed renovation by the end of the year.
So taking a look outside of the local gas prices, here's a look at some of the lowest according to Gas Buddy. So you can see in Henderson, those are going to be the lowest prices. Conoco there had a gas price there of $4.19 per gallon. And then the Vegas Valley Mart as well has a low price, $4.29.
And while many continue to worry about rising gas prices, students on campus worry about parking violations. A recent TikTok video from Audrey Aline went viral after voicing her opinion on the matter.
I just got a parking citation. You know why? I back parked, so my plates were invisible from the front. And they gave me a citation for that! Where's their citation? But they had no problem going to the back of my car to get the plate for this citation.
Students must have their license plates towards the drive aisle. There have been a total of 4,796 violations this semester, 728 of them coming from students. For more information, visit the UNLV parking website.
And duck cover and hold on, a Nevada statewide drill is coming up. The Great Nevada Shakeout will be happening Thursday at 10:20 a.m. All University Police Service campuses will be participating. An emergency alert will sound off on multiple platforms to signal the drill. Beginning, you are instructed to duck, cover, and hold on for 1 minute. Earthquakes can happen at any time, so it is critical that you know exactly what to do when one strikes. University Police Services wants you to be ready. At exactly 10:20 a.m. on October 20th, all University Police Services campuses will be participating in the Great Nevada Shakeout. Participants are instructed to drop to the ground, take cover, and hold on for 1 minute. And the first all-women's boxing card has officially wrapped up. We have more just after the break. Stay with us.
If you're a parent, you've done it all this past year. But the one thing you may not have done is take care of yourself. At Boys Town, we know that a parent's mental health is important too. Visit boystown.org/stressedout for great self-care tips for parents. You can even download an ebook to guide you and your family through self-care strategies. Because healthy parents are key to happy families.
And we're taking a live look at the Bellagio Conservatory that's currently being designed by the Bellagio's Opus display. This is a simple and beautiful date idea that is free for all visitors, and amid rising inflation rates, That's something everybody's going to be looking forward to. So let's take a look at more free date ideas here in the Valley. The Pinball Hall of Fame has a wide range of machines to play. The oldest game found there was built in 1936, and the Hall of Fame even has a machine built in 2021. Entry is free, however, the games cost a whopping 25 cents a round.
Now to the lake. Lake Las Vegas concerts are held every Saturday on their lawn, giving beautiful views of the lake and sunset. The only costs are bringing snacks and potentially a blanket to sit on. Is there anything else we missed? Tweet us at StudioG_UNLV and let us know your favorite cheap date nights.
And one date idea that came free to a lot of students at UNLV is the Role Model Concert. The Rebel HD2 was giving out free concert tickets to Role Models concert tonight at the House of Blues. Doors open at 7 p.m. and if you're still interested in tickets, just comment on the Rebel HD2's Instagram post for admission.
And from live music to live comedy, Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club returns to the Las Vegas Strip after nearly 2 years gone. The Comedy Club reopens with a lineup of comedians along with food and drinks. It's located at the Link Promenade and its doors open on Thursday, November 3rd. Tickets start at $20 and for more information you can visit thelink.com/Jimmy Kimmel.
And now, this is Studio G weather.
Well, that does sound like a fun time. Now, back to your weather headlines. We have some cloud coverage today and chilly mornings, so the air mixed with the wind. If you have allergies, take your allergy medicine. And for our evening planner, we drop to 70s around 6 p.m., so it's not going to be too hot after 3 p.m. in the afternoon. And we do have a cold front coming from the northern states up here. And so for this weekend, we are hoping that it can swoosh down, hit Vegas, and lower our temperatures for fall. And heading into your 7-day, we have temperatures in the mid-80s, but as we head into the weekend on Friday and Saturday, it is going to get windy, and heading into the next week, it is going to drop. That is all we have for your weather. Guys, back to you at the desk.
Okay, so let's take a look here at sports. So let's begin with the South Point 400. So that wrapped this weekend, and there was a special appearance from Davante Adams at the race. Joey Logano, he won the race, winning his third race in Las Vegas. Las Vegas locals Kyle Busch and Noah Gragson, they finished in 3rd and 11th respectively. And there was even some controversy in the race when Bubba Wallace collided with Carl Larson, and the two also clashed off the racetrack, which you can see on the screen. So in boxing, a historical event occurred in London. It was when American Clarissa Shields, she defeated England's Savannah Marshall in the first recognized all-women's boxing card. Shields defeated Marshall by unanimous decision, and in doing so, she became the undisputed champion of the middleweight division.
Women's boxing has been around for so many years and so many greats that came before us, but here we are in front of 20,000 fans in London at the O2 Arena, and I think that's fight of the year.
And flipping over to baseball now, we have 3 of the 4 championship series spots locked up. In the National League, a couple of Las Vegas natives shone bright on the diamond this weekend. Bryce Harper, Bryson Stott, and the Phillies knock off the defending champion Atlanta Braves, advancing to the NLCS. UNLV welcomed Air Force and our service women and men this past Saturday for its homecoming game. The Rebels fielded a long list of inactives, including starting quarterback Doug Brumfield. Air Force ran their way to victory by a final score of 42-7.
And here's something you don't see every day. During the football game, Mountain West referee Steve Barron is making his way up to the stands during a timeout on the field, where he is put the Rebel band in timeout himself. Apparently UNLV's band continued to play while on Air Force, while the Air Force had the ball, which is against NCAA rules. Barron directed the band to stop playing during Air Force's possession, and the game resumed. And in other news, the NBA season starts tonight with the Boston Celtics. They're taking on the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Lakers are also taking on defending champions, the Golden State Warriors. In UNLV cross country, UNLV's Natalia Ruiz, she broke the school program 6K record. She got 19 minutes and 49 seconds. And then UNLV volleyball, they won 2 games at home. They defeated Utah State and Boise State. And then finally, UNLV women's soccer, they triumphed over first place San Diego State, and they won the game 1-0. And from sports to music, we have Jason Beatty here to talk about the KUNV Pledge Drive.
If you're a parent, you've done it all this past year. But the one thing you may not have done is take care of yourself. At Boys Town, we know that a parent's mental health is important too. Visit boystown.org/stressedout for great self-care tips for parents. You can even download an ebook to guide you and your family through self-care strategies. Because healthy parents are key to happy families.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Okay, so we have KUNV Operations Manager here, Jason Beatty, with us. He's also the voice of Studio G.
That's right.
So, Jason, just tell us about the pledge drive currently that KUNV is going through. You're looking for a lot of donations right now for the station. Just tell us about that.
Yeah, so our KUNV membership drive is underway right now, and something like 85% of all of our operating costs comes from donations by our audience. So we get funding a bunch of ways, through grants, through the university, through our underwriters, but the biggest source of our revenue, just to keep the lights on, is through listener donations. So twice a year, in the fall and in the spring, we open up the phones and make appeal to the community, to the audience, to make whatever donations they can, so that we can continue the programming that we offer every day at KUNV.
Yeah. And I heard something on the radio of you guys being at Monday Night Football. You were somewhere watching that. And is that something to do with donations as well?
Well, sort of. It's all an opportunity for us to generate revenue. So yes, every Monday night we're at Cork and Thorne in the Arts District, and we watch the Monday Night Football game out there, and then we couple that up with a live artist performance right after. So just like with the membership drive, we bring in cash revenue through donations. We also go out to local businesses, offer exposure in exchange for a payment, and we pay the bills that way as well.
Yeah, and then transitioning to other operations as well, you do have a lot of students that come in looking to volunteer and stuff at KUNV.
Sure.
So what are some of the key aspects that you teach them as far as being on radio, having the fact that you've got so much experience?
Well, I mean, one of the great things we're all blessed with here at UNLV is just having these fantastic facilities. This TV studio, our radio studios are also all decked out with state-of-the-art technology. So one of the things I try to make sure that everybody who comes through the 3 radio stations that make up KUNV is that they have the appropriate training, They have the appropriate portfolio or demos when they're finished, so that when they've done their time with us, they're ready to go out into the real world and talk like the big guys talk, or the big people talk, with all the terminology, all the experience, all the demos, so that they're taken seriously as candidates, not just as somebody who's graduated from broadcasting school with a ton of ambition but doesn't know what they're talking about. Our students know what they're talking about, and they're ready to go on air.
All right, thanks for joining us today, Jason.
Sure,
Appreciate it. So we're just going to go to break now, and we'll be back with more after this.
4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
UMergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. UMergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. UMergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your UMergency app now.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
And welcome back. We are taking a live look from the top of Namsan, Seoul, a beautiful shot of the glowing city, and also a developing story coming out of South Korea that has broken the hearts of many K-pop fans. It seems that the members of the popular K-pop group BTS will fulfill their mandatory military service. Their agency, Big Hit Music, announced the group's plans on Monday. Group member Jin will initiate his process once the plan for his solo release concludes in October. The other members will enlist based on their own personal schedules. Big Hit Music added that the group is looking to come together again in 2025 following their service.
And is it too late now to say sorry? Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber, they tell the world that there really is no beef after them taking a picture at the Academy Museum Gala. This follows Hailey Bieber appearing on a podcast where fans speculated the tension between the celebrities. And a controversial interview on the Drink Champs podcast with Ye, formerly known as Kanye West. He's been removed from YouTube. This after Ye said inaccurate details about George Floyd's death and made anti-Semitic comments. One of the hosts, Nori, told The Breakfast Club, "I support anybody not being censored, but I do not support anybody being hurt."
And thank you for joining us today on Studio G.
Be sure to tune in for more news tomorrow, but we are going to talk about the whole Ye thing here just a little bit. He's been very controversial recently, so
it's heartbreaking. He was one of my favorite artists growing up. You know, College Dropout's probably still one of my favorite albums, but
yeah, honestly, like great music, but just his opinions, not really widely accepted right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely not popular. It's tough. It's tough to know what's going on. I'm sure he's going through a lot of personal turmoil himself. Obviously, he went through a very messy public divorce. That's never got to be easy, but. I hope at the end of Ye we come back and see him for who he used to be, the great creator, the great musician that he was always known to be.
Yeah, and if he does need help, just hopefully he gets the help that he needs.
Definitely.
But like I said, just be sure to tune in for more news tomorrow.
Yep, we'll be right here, same time, same place. Thank you for joining us.